Uh-oh, y'all. The #1 trip y'all voted for is now available. Japan.
So where we going?
We going to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, going to 3 cities. You get the whole vibe.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, excuse me.
So what we doing?
Mario Kart through the city, Shibuya Scramble Square, food and neighborhood tour, shrine visits, even taking a bullet train.
Shout out Brad Pitt.
And even seeing sumo wrestlers.
Oh, wait. Is there more?
That is. That's the crazy part.
Hey!
Oh, come on.
That sounds amazing.
You damn right it is. You know what's even more amazing?
What?
They going with us. And we amazing.
We are?
You damn right we are.
Oh.
What's even more amazing, we upgraded all the hotels because your sleep and comfort's important to us.
Well, damn. So what they got to do?
Stop sleeping on this deal and book it and reserve it before it's all booked out. Come on now. Hey, security shit. So reserve now. Book your spot. Peace. Or should we bow?
I don't know. Do both.
Hey, what's up? I'm Keysha E, and this is the time I got food in the middle of a shootout. I was hungry. Alright, so this was like, maybe like 6 years ago, I want to say.
So you was an adult. You knew better.
I was grown. I was good and grown. Yeah. I went home for my birthday. I had a big party on like a Friday. One of my closest friends lived in New York at the time, and she got the party mixed up and thought it was Saturday. So she flies in on Saturday. So now I'm forced to go out again Saturday. And for whatever reason, I did not want to go out, right? And it's my birthday. Like, I would want to go out, but I wasn't feeling it. So much so I didn't even bring an outfit home to wear for a second night. So I had to go to the mall. I'm at the mall. I don't want to be there. And like, what woman don't want to be at the mall? I just was not feeling this night. I should have known. So get outfit, we go out, we go to this club in Detroit called the Key Club.
Oh, this is in Detroit.
This is in Detroit.
Oh, this all makes sense.
Now that you established where the location is.
This was in the D, yes. So we go to the Key Club. It's like 4 of us. We all drove separate. And the Key Club is back off of the water. Like, you know, in Detroit, we got like the Detroit River. So it's back off the water. We get there, we kick it. I end up having a good time, cool. At the end of the night, we get ready to leave, and we were gonna go get a corned beef sandwich from Motor City Casino. If you know anything about the corned beef sandwiches at Motor City Casino, it is to die for. So we go, we leave out, and my homegirl is like, let's just all ride together. Like, we'll just hop in your car, Keysha. And I was like, well, no, we should probably drive separate because by the time we leave, like, there's nothing else back here but the Key Club, and it's gonna be shut down. So let's just drive separate, which I'm glad we did because somebody would have been shot. I don't know who it was, but somebody would have for sure been shot. So my friends all parked on like the side street. They was able to just pull off. So they waiting for me on this main street, Jefferson. I'm stuck in this traffic, and it's like 1 lane this way, 1 lane that way.
Most streets named Jefferson.
So
got some stuff going on.
no, Jefferson is cool. They was safe on Jefferson. I was on. I don't even know the name of the street back there. So it's all this traffic, everybody trying to get out, and I'm like, my car is going this way, and I had the bright idea of like, let me try to just bust a U-turn maybe, and I can go, because there's no really traffic going this way. So I'm kind of like in the middle of trying to make this tight U-turn, and all of a sudden, I just hear like pop, 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 like gunshots. And I'm like, my car kind of rattling a little bit. And by my car, I mean my mama car, because keep in mind, I live in LA, but I'm just home for my birthday, right? So the car rattling, and I'm like, what is, and then I'm smelling like gun smoke, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm getting shot at. So my friends called me because they waiting on me on Jefferson. And this was I just feel like y'all about to judge me. This is the anniversary of one of my closest friends, Shannon. She got shot a few years earlier.
Wait.
Getting a sandwich?
A few years earlier. She wasn't in Detroit, actually. She was in Michigan State. Crazy thing is her parents made her leave and go to Ohio State. And I'm like, but the niggas that shot her was from there. So
Where'd she get shot at?
She got shot in her hand. But it was my birthday. She didn't hit me up. So a couple days later, she called me, and I got an attitude at this point, right? She called me to tell me happy birthday. I'm like, hey. She's like, happy birthday. I'm like,
So she went from throwing back shots with her hand to getting shot. To
getting shot. So then I noticed her voice kind of sound real groggy, and she was like, oh, my bad, I didn't call you yesterday for your birthday. I got shot. I was like, what? I'm like, why you didn't lead with that? My bad. So she's calling me, and they're like, where you at? And I'm like, I'm getting shot at. And they're like, what?
I know she was like, not again. On my year anniversary.
She was like, oh my God. So they like, I'm like, ain't nothing y'all can do. Y'all can't come get me. And I thought about getting out the car, but I was like, if I get out the car, I'm for sure get shot. And then I was like, if I stay in the car, I'm probably also gonna get shot. So I'm like, what do I do? Like, maybe I
phone and the shots are still ringing.
Shots are still ringing. Gun smoke, car is shaking. Literally, there was a bullet hole. Like, you know how you pull the seatbelt thing out? Mm-hmm. There's a bullet hole right there. Mm. And I think I was maybe leaning forward or trying to duck down or something. There was like 2 in the back seat, 1 on the side of the door. So I'm like, all right, I guess this time to go out. You know what I mean? I was about to text a couple of my exes and just, you know. So finally the gunshot stopped. And I'm like, okay. So now at this point, people have cleared out. So I'm able to, you know, finish my U-turn, keep it moving. So I meet them on Jefferson. So they all like tripping like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? Like, you know. And I was like, we about to go get this corned beef or no? And they were like, what? And I'm like, I'm hungry. Have you ever been in the middle of a shootout? I am hungry. My metabolism was. So they were like, Keysha, are you? I'm like, yes. So we went to Motor City. I parked. I couldn't get my seatbelt. I couldn't pull the thing, but I was like, it's fine. Parked, went in Motor City, got that corned beef sandwich was slapping. You hear me? Corned beef, onion roll, Swiss, you gotta get 2 pickles. 2 pickles, oh my gosh. Eat the corned beef, and then I drove on home. And I got home, and I tried to like creep in the house, like ain't nobody gonna hear me. But my mama woke up, and she was like, how was the party? And I was like, oh, it was cool. Your car got shut up, but it was fine. And she was like, what? And so she came out, went in the garage, looked at the car. But the thing is that, this is a story for another time. When I was in high school, I flew out the windshield on the freeway of a car with my friends. So my parents only care about me being okay. They don't care what happens. They don't care how if I did something wild and crazy. If I had a house party and like the ceiling collapsed, they wouldn't care as long as like you're okay, right? So she's like, all right, okay. And there was a bullet still lodged in the door, and I'm like, I called the next day, like we could file a police report. And they were like, I'm like, I could bring the car down. And they were like, oh, you don't really have to do that. And I was like, so y'all not gonna investigate this? This is what you telling me? Y'all don't care about it? It was like, oh yeah, we've heard about it. We know last night there was a shooting. Like several people have called to report it. I'm like, okay, all right. So I went to church the next day, and yeah, that's the time I got food in the middle of a shootout.
Question.
And I do it all over again.
Mm-hmm. Question.
Yes.
All right. So were they shooting at you, or was it a shootout that you just happened to be at the wrong place at the right time, wrong time?
That was never very clear. I want to say I was at the wrong place at the. Did you say right time?
No, wrong.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. I want to say I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. It was never very clear.
Did you have beef?
But I don't. No, that's the thing. I don't really have no.
Did you have corned beef in the city?
I don't really have corned beef like that. Any beef I've ever had is not shootout worthy.
Okay.
See, because the reason I asked, because I don't know if like you was in between, they shooting, you just happened to be in the way, or maybe they mistaking your car for somebody they was beefing with.
Well, that's that happened to my ex-boyfriend. He got shot 10 times with an AK because it was a mistaken identity, and that was the very like.
So he's not here.
Oh no, he's very much here. He's in the club right now, probably popping bottles.
Here's the thing.
Well, one bottle. He only got one arm.
AK and he survived.
He survived. He's.
Number one, we not hanging around Keysha. It
was a mistaken identity. He's never been in the streets into nothing. Like, it literally was like he walked out of his apartment complex to his truck. And it's crazy because I don't know if y'all remember or where y'all from if this was a thing. The Harley Davidson F-150s.
The bike.
No, the actual F-150 truck.
Oh, the truck.
But they had like a Harley Davidson.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a whole lot of them in the city. So that's the craziest part about it, is for you to stay at the same complex as somebody else that got that same truck. Yes. And he was just going to his truck to grab something, and some dudes put up thinking he was the other dude, and yeah. But no, he be living his best life. He in the club popping bottles like.
I bet. You survived 10 shots from an AK.
One bottle. He only got one arm now, so he's on.
He got one arm.
I see, that makes sense.
You got shot 10 times with AK. Okay. Something is,
So other question. So it's like. Here's the thing. I like to call myself an adult. I think you were an adult when this happened.
Yes,
right?
very much so. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're an adult when this happened. Mm-hmm. So, like, as an adult, for me, like, right, if I go out right now and let's just say one shot ring off and it hit my tire or hit my car, I'm going home. Like, immediately, I'm going home.
Gotcha.
Why would you continue to go with the smoky car, bullet holes, to get food out to where it could be more shootouts?
Well, I too am an adult.
Okay, yeah.
And I hear you on that. Like, if my car got shot, under normal circumstances, I would go home.
Okay.
But if I'm hungry, as a woman, here's the thing about little women. We eat. So I was hungry. And if I went home, it's late. I'm not going to like switch cars, go back out. I'm definitely not going to go, like we live in a suburb far out. I'm not going to come back to get the corned beef. And my mind was set on the corned beef.
How close?
This was before Uber Eats.
How close was the place where you was getting food to where you got shot at?
It wasn't far. It was both downtown. So it was maybe like, well, Motor City is kind of, maybe like a few miles.
Like time, give me time. Like how far of a drive?
Like,
from?
probably like 10 minutes if.
So if these people mistaken you for somebody, they still could be in the area is what I'm saying. And that's why I think Roman's saying like you should have like just got out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, again, if I wasn't hungry and I did not have my mind set on corned beef, where I could have got a chili fry from Coney Island. But corn, it was
Yeah.
I had
Like if I ate that, I don't have to try this. Cause if it's that good,
It's-
I go to after the shootout, it gotta be busted.
That-
It's a lot of places
oh yeah,
not going
it's
after
bust not the
shootout.
band out. Like, yeah, if it was just something, you know, some wings or something, but no, I had to get that corned beef.
And my last
I
question:
hate that.
how much damage was to the car, like overall?
How
many shots was in
it
there?
was 4. I think it was 5. It was 5 shots.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They was shooting because this Bradley's car. They was shooting.
Oh no.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was 5 shots. It was an interesting experience.
Glad you're here.
I'd say that. Yeah,
Glad
you know,
you're here,
all is well. Nothing happened. I was, you know, didn't get shot. Didn't even get like nothing. I didn't get grazed. So that was another reason. Like if I got shot, then all right, I probably would have just been like, I ain't gonna get the corned beef today. But
So that's what it takes.
but I was good. I'm like, I'm good, and I was actually even hungrier. I was more hungry. So, yeah.
All right.